Well, hi everybody, and I just thought I'd want to update you on one or two things about the motorhome search. We've had numerous questions and suggestions, so thank you very much for those, about what we should do with the motorhome quandary. As you know, we'd sort of settled on buying a motorhome and going down the route of getting the Bursner XCO 728G, but we seem to have caused a bit of confusion around the type of bed it has. Now, the XCO 728G has a nice configuration. It's got the driver and passenger seat swivel round to face into the lounge. It has a table it sits on a central pole, and it can move to any position and turn, so that's really great. It has an L-shaped lounge seating area and a seat opposite that, so it's got quite a lot of seating around the lounge area. Above that, directly above that, you can push the table down and you can drop a bed down, a double bed down on top of the lounge. So you fold the driver and passenger seat backs forward so that they sort of collapse in like that, and then you bring the bed down on top of that. But that isn't the only bed, and from our perspective it would probably never be used. Just to clear up some confusion, the one we're looking at doesn't only have a drop down bed. Now, somebody suggested on the comments and questions that we should really consider having a fixed bed, because none of us are getting any younger and it might be difficult to climb up onto that drop down bed as we get older. Now I had thought of that, and the reason we're so sure that we're going for the right configuration is that we've been living in the van, in the caravan, for 15 months, and the bed in the caravan is transverse. I sleep on the inside of it, and Wendy sleeps on the outside of it. So, well, I sleep closest to the back wall. So if I need to get up, I've got to climb over Wendy to the top of the mattress. From the floor is about 2 feet. It's a 2 foot drop, but luckily we do have a little step that we put there for Pippin that allows Pippin to sort of jump up, and that allows me to climb over and get down, especially if I've been asleep for a long time, or because of my sort of osteoarthritis, all of my joints start to seize up, so it's really painful to sort of climb out in the middle of the night. And getting back to the sort of motorhome situation, the configuration that we're looking at, I'll put a picture on screen. It's got the driver and passenger seat that swivels round to face into the lounge. Then it's got the L-shaped lounge. Then it's got a kitchen, and opposite the kitchen is a bathroom toilet, so a shower and toilet. But beyond that, there are 3 steps up onto 2 single beds. So there's a right hand bed and a left hand bed. However, that has a central piece just beyond the steps where you can pull out a section and have some infill cushions that make that into a complete double bed. Well, that'd be a sort of king size double bed if you really wanted it to be that way. We were advised to go for that sort of configuration because, as somebody has already said, we're not getting any younger. We're going to live in it, so we need more storage space. And the advice we've been having is that the garage space in a motorhome is really important if you're living in it, because you need all that extra storage. The reason we went for the 2 singles rather than a double island bed is that the double island bed comes down much lower, so you don't have the steps to step up onto it, and therefore that reduces the space available for the garage behind and below the bed. You still get one, but it's sort of maybe half the size. You know, and if we were going to go for that, there is another model that's exactly the same as the 728G. I think it's a 734. We felt that the single beds, you know, and bear in mind that we are looking to keep this for at least 10 years, so we'll be sort of 70 years old. So that's what we're looking at. We are quite keen on this particular model, not necessarily that particular vehicle that we've looked at a few times. It is expensive, you know. If the dealer can work significantly better on the figures and get the price down, then we'd probably buy it. Although there are others out there, there's one or two others that are a much higher spec for a little bit more money, and you know, that's without the negotiating position. So we're not in a big hurry. We're going to negotiate hard on this. Maybe we'll buy that one, maybe we won't, maybe we'll go for another one. And there's still the option that we might buy second hand. We do like the idea of a new one, especially as we're going to keep it for a long time. It's going to be our sort of almost our forever motorhome, if you like. But there you go. So that's what we're doing in preparation for getting the motorhome, because we are absolutely definitely sure. We have bought a new awning. I know I'm sitting in the awning now, and it's great, and it's, you know, this works really well, but it's never going to work on a motorhome. So the types of awning you need are the ones called the drive away awnings. So they're like, well, they are actually a tent with an extendable tunnel that clips onto the awning rail on a motorhome. So you get these, you know, you get this sort of figure of eight thing, like an awning rail both sides, and you get some other attachments, and you just slide the things in, slide it in, you get your roll out awning comes down, and you fix it all together, and you roll back the awning, roll back the sun canopy back in, and that pulls everything tight. We've actually gone for, I know I said I was going to look at the Van Gogh galley, but when I went to the dealers and we went to A&E Leisure, we get treated so well at an A&E Leisure. Those guys over there are amazing. They took, well, I think we were in there for about 2 hours, and they went through absolutely everything. We ended up buying an Outdoor Revolution T4 tall, because we know we're getting a tall motorhome. It's an air awning, so it'll pump up. I'm going to collect it next week. Hopefully the weather will be dry, and what we're going to do in prep for when we get the motorhome is we are going to take the Caravan, and I checked this with the guys over at A&E. We can attach that drive away awning to the Caravan, and I know it sounds massively crazy, but it's all preparation for when we do get the motorhome, because we live in this place, you know, so we're gonna have to do a quick swap over, and it's nice to be able to get, you know, take all the stuff out of the awning, take the awning down, put the drive-away awning up, get it all set, and put all the stuff back in, anything that's going back in. And to that end, we're also, because we're fixed here for a good while, doing this part-time warden job on the campsite we're at, I've ordered from Argos a little garden storage shed. It's only like 2 foot by 2 foot square and about 4 or 5 foot tall, and what I'm going to do is just put little shelves in that, so that all the stuff that we don't use on a very regular basis that's in our current awning, so what we're going to do is put things in that garden store that we don't use regularly, and then bring them out when we do need to use them, and then put them back. if we can be that organised. I hope we can. We also need to get rid of a load of stuff. As you will know if you watch the last few videos, I've emptied out what would have been called the tech cupboard. That cupboard is now empty, and I've got it all in a box. So here, this box here is the emptying out of my tech cupboard. And you'll see things like old batteries, some old jewellery and watches, an old sort of Vodafone mobile Wi-Fi box, a couple of notebooks, you know, just all sorts of bits and pieces that really don't make any sense at all to keep. So you'll see that, you know, we've got a lot to do. Also, all the clothes cupboards are going to be cleared out, but that, you know, we're going to show you doing all that. And well, it's a really exciting times. We're really looking forward to actually getting the motorhome, although we're not rushing. But thank you so much, everybody, for suggesting all the things that you've been going through. You know, looking, you know, making a pros and cons list, looking at different configurations, thinking about American RVs, and you know, we've done all of that. So, you know, thanks for reminding us. I don't think there's any suggestion on the comments at the moment that we've not already thought about and done and got to the position we're at now. Bear in mind, we thought about buying a motorhome over a year ago, and for the last 6 months we've been considering that again, and that 6-month process has brought us to where we are now. Anyway, that's it for this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, my ramblings, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.